County.
Hello and welcome to this special edition COVID-19 Rogers TV program dedicated to providing you with information about the resources and services available to you and to your family. My name is Carol Merton, and today, before I welcome our two guests to the program, for those of you who watch the show, you know that I like to say a few words of thanks at the very beginning. So bear with me while I read this. So, as we move through phase one of the reopening of our province, we celebrate the lifting of some of the public health restrictions, and we are hopeful that we can continue to move towards phase two and phase three of the plan. Significant attention to the details required to keep the public and employees safe is very clear and obvious in the various businesses and services that are reopening. They need our support to follow these instructions and directions as we keep moving together to prevent the spread of COVID-19. I know that I am learning to look down often to the floors to make sure I am following the directional arrows correctly. We know that this situation is fluid and keeps changing as the number of COVID-19 cases continues to be monitored closely by public health. Without a doubt, we are all anxious to have our lives get back to normal, and we do know that the new normal looks very different than it did. We are anxious to move forward, and those on the front lines are weary. Thank you to all in our community who continue to provide the supports and services needed, to the public health medical officer of health, public health unit staff, and all of our frontline, essential, and community support services for their ongoing efforts to keep us safe. We know we will get through this together and be stronger than ever. And on that note, speaking of strength, I want to welcome two guests to the program today, Diane Austin and Tiffany James, who are going to be explaining about the Owen Sound Chamber of Commerce, what the Chamber does, and how you're responding to COVID-19. So welcome to both of you, and I'm wondering if you'd mind introducing yourselves in your roles, and then I'm going to pass it over to you to tell me all about the Chamber of Commerce. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Thank you very much, Carol, for the kind words. My name is Diane Austin, and I am the new CEO of the Owen Sound and District Chamber of Commerce. This role is basically new to me. I have been at the Chamber for a few years, but I stepped into this role as asked by the board when Peter retired, Peter Reeser. Big shoes to fill. We miss him greatly, but I'm enjoying this new exciting role in all the different capacities that this hat requires. I wanted to just do a little bit of byline about the Owen Sound Chamber of Commerce and basically explain what we are, who we are, and what we do, and then go into what we did. The COVID-19, we weren't one of those ones that were supposed to be open during this time, but we chose ourselves to come in so that we could provide information that would be helpful to our members in the community. The Chamber of Commerce is a not-for-profit organization. I'm not sure if anyone really knew that. It receives no government funding and relies on our members, our workshops, and educational seminars, as well as our events to provide revenue and value for our members. I'm not sure if you were aware, but we have canceled all our major events this year. We've canceled the annual general meeting, the Business Excellence Awards, which is very sad to us because we enjoyed those, and it was great to appreciate all the businesses in the area and to honor them. We've also canceled our annual golf tournament, which we had a lot of people attend because it was a day out and it was a fun day. So these are just a few of the events that were revenue generators for us, and they had to be canceled this year. The COVID-19, during COVID-19, what the Owen Sound Chamber did was reach out to our members with daily information and up-to-date information from our municipal, provincial, and federal governments, as well as the public health unit. We did have 2 webinars that included Mayor Ian Boddy, it included Bill Walker and Alex Ruff, and questions were sent ahead of time for them to answer, and we asked them, and it was a huge success. I would love to have another one just closer to when people are reopening and get that reassurance and anything like that that we could provide. I thought that was very, very valuable for our members.
So
Go ahead.
Just a question. So you talk about members, but how does someone become a member of the Chamber of Commerce?
Okay, what we're doing as the chamber is we're reaching out. We would find out if there are new members in the area. We would call them and make an appointment, and we would meet them face to face. And this is what we're going to do more of. And we would meet them and show them a package of what the benefits and the value of being a member.
Yeah.
And what that would include, which is a lot of different things. And I actually have something highlighted here that I wanted to present to everyone. It was why the Chamber of Commerce is beneficial. And joining the Chamber gets you noticed, for one thing, so that because we promote and advertise for them nonstop. They're on our directory. When they become a member, we put them on our social media platforms. We offer networks and education. We offer events, or the Alive at 5 that we had before this COVID happened, so that they could come and meet and greet other businesses in the area. It was basically for them to come and promote themselves as well. We're here to assist them to promote their businesses. And that's one of the functions.
Yep. So Tiffany, I know you're there, and you may have wondered, maybe you wouldn't have to say anything, but I am asking you.
I was maybe hoping.
Would you mind telling me a bit about your role? And
yes.
Yeah.
So I am the social media and events coordinator. So with the COVID-19, like Diane said, we had to cancel several of our events. And so our focus has been on educating the businesses that are members on what resources are out there for COVID-19. We also are giving them a platform to let us know what they're doing during COVID-19. We have an inside scoop, which is very popular e-blast that goes out to over 500 plus local businesses. It gives them the opportunity to tell us what they are doing during this unprecedented time. We offer bi-weekly. It goes out Wednesdays and Fridays. It's fully done by members. They have the opportunity to submit their own ad on our website. That's at oschamber.com, www.oschamber.com. And they go to the members area and they upload anything they like to advertise. We have members advertising about their takeout options. If they're a restaurant and now they're doing takeout options, curbside pickup only. Members offering PPE to other businesses that are now open. You know, they're needing to find hand sanitizer and masks, and our business are using that network to let other businesses know, hey, I'm open and I have masks and sanitizer if you need it, or if you need plexiglass, we have plexiglass shields for your businesses. We're just trying to be as supportive and as informative as we can now for the business.
Excellent. So I'm wondering if, from what you're experiencing, what is the chamber noticing as a result of COVID-19? Are businesses starting to cancel membership? It's a membership, right? Are you seeing that? And I have a question. Sometimes we get feedback. Are you both in the same office, but just in? No. Well, then we just have feedback in the world of Technoland, I guess. So how is it working for businesses? I mean, obviously it's a struggle, but for the chamber as well, what's happening?
Yeah, I can answer that. We are getting feedback from members, but we left them alone for a while because, as you know, our revenue is membership driven as well. So we left them alone for a while because we're quite aware of the difficult times as far as revenue and what they're experiencing, as we are as well. And we talked to the board and we discussed with the board that what we would do is offer the people that reach out to us and say, I just can't afford it, or I want to cancel my membership. And we want to keep them. They're valuable to us. So we're offering incentives, something a lot like what the government is offering with the 3-month break and different ideas, and giving them an extended period of time to pay, just so that we could work together and work through this time. And keep providing them the valuable information, keep them on as members, and provide the information that they would, if they agree to this. Yeah. Yes. We're totally aware.
Yeah. How many employees actually are involved with the chamber? I mean, there's the two of you for sure. Any others?
No, there's just the two of us. There's myself and Tiffany, but we do have a lot of support from the board. And right now there are 9 members on the board, from the chair, past chair to treasurer. We have legal representation, and the other ones are business owners or high levels of positions in a business. So we value their input, and we reach out to them, and we have that communication that if we need anything or advice, they're there for us, which is grateful.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's everyone together these days, right?
Absolutely.
So your role then in the community is to provide a forum for businesses to share information, to link together, to network, to partner.
Absolutely.
Have I got that right?
Yes.
So people who belong to the chamber, it's particularly businesses. Any other groups belong to the Chamber of Commerce?
No. I can answer that. We have a lot of not-for-profits and charities that are also involved in the chamber as well.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So, we're all in a changing world for sure. And, who knows how it will look on the other side. As a Chamber of Commerce, and this may not be a fair question, so I'm sorry, but are you concerned that some of the businesses will not be here by the end of the year?
Absolutely, we're concerned. My heart is breaking for these people that have businesses for years. And because of if they're not getting the funding, or they're not getting the assistance or the help from different areas of whether it be government or local to help them through this. That's why what we did do is anything that we received from the government as far as subsidies or grants or loans, we post them right away. And we're basically saying, will this help? Yeah. We were just in a conversation with a company this morning who was offering almost the same type of incentive as what the government is as far as bank loans and different things, but they have a thing they say is better, that will post that information. We have to be biased or unbiased, about this, because we're here to support everyone, not just pick any individual. We want to give out all the information just to make sure that they have it all.
So, Tiffany, you mentioned about the social media contacts, and I have been receiving your information, and that was amazing, because it really actually cued me on how important the Chamber of Commerce really is, always, but especially now in this time when people are desperate for information and for connection. So did you want to mention about a few things that you have planned or coming up? Because I don't want to say it from the paper I'm holding. I'll leave it to you.
Yes, we had launched support local campaign. So we realized now how important it is to support local and shop local. These businesses have been around our community, some for many years, and this is an unprecedented time for a lot of them. And as much as they supported you, maybe with a sponsorship with your son's soccer team or hockey team, now's the time to support them. And I think the more word we get out about that, the better. So we reached out to our membership and asked them to share, I hope you have it, the support local poster we created. Either post it on the social media if your business is open, hang it in your window just to let everyone know we are here. Owen Sound is a strong community, and I know that they will rally around each other and support each other. And it's just another way to do it. It's so important right now. You can also go to our website and you can find the poster on our website and print it off if you're interested, and even put it in your home, in your front window of your home, just to let them know that we're here for them.
And that's how the community can support, by recognizing that before you drive out of town,
Yes.
stay in town, right?
Yeah.
And see what you can do to support local.
There's so many ways, even just buying a gift certificate from a store that isn't currently open, but when they do, you can give it as a Father's Day around the corner. You can buy gift certificates, you can shop online. A lot of local businesses didn't have an online store, now all of a sudden do. And we let people know that they've changed.
Yeah. So a couple of things I wanted to ask you about before I go back to Diane. I noticed you have workshops, you mentioned, and you've had financial planners on workshops recently, and also social media for small business. So can you mention a bit about the workshops, how people are receiving them, and is there something you're planning in the very, very near future, as in a few months down the road?
So we actually have a social media for small business webinar that is, we're offering June 11th and June 25th with Heather Travis. We had done this workshop just before COVID happened, and we had to sort of twist it and make it now as an online forum, which was fun, and it was very well received back in March. So we decided to offer that again. Right now, online social media is where everyone is. We're stuck at home, so we're on our devices and we're doing things that way. And it's more important now than ever for businesses to utilize social media to their benefit. So we're offering this webinar series to help guide through that process.
Yeah, excellent. So still lots going on, just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So just like the businesses are having to pivot their model, it sounds like the Chamber of Commerce has done the same. Yeah.
Absolutely, we have. We're looking to change. We're moving into the 2021. Because we realize that social media is probably going to be a large component of how we communicate to people. We've changed our focus from advocacy. It's still there, but membership is the top of our list, and the community services and anything that we could focus on and promote and touch base with, or be a key information story for us. We just want to, our whole focus is solely members. Because we had heard a while back that with the members, it was, well, we don't see you, we're not sure what your value is, we're not sure why we should be a member. So we had to sit back and really think about it and think, okay, this is who we want to gear to. These are the ones that we really want to focus on. So we're providing more and more information just to show them that we are here for them. So there's an awful lot of things happening. We went from, and I don't know if you're aware, we've also are launching a magazine now. Instead of the Make It Your Business, which was a newsletter, which was inserted or mailed out to people in the community, it was inserted into the Sun-Times newspaper and people will get it. Well, this is actually an actual magazine. And our first one, I don't know if you can see it, it's called Outlook.
Yeah.
And this was the first one we did in March, and we have another one coming out in July. Now, with this magazine, it publishes with a focus on our community and our businesses. Yeah. What we have basically is 4 pillars that that's our mainstay of our magazine. And first and foremost, of course, our members will do articles about them, or if they've got anything new or exciting, or even if they want to do some sort of educational component, we want to focus on our members so they can share their story or their history or information to the community. And it goes out to approximately 1,500 to 1,700 businesses in the area.
Wow. And
which
when
is
you
also,
say, sorry,
sorry.
when you say in the area, how far afield will you actually send them?
Well, what we've done is we've done, of course, Owen Sound, and we've gone as far as Wyerton. We're going to Meaford. We are doing all of the like a 10, 15, 20 kilometer or mile radius around us to all businesses so that they have this information. Plus, it's a good advertising tool for some of our advertisers because they pay to put ads in it and it gets them out there and noticed as well. But
Oh,
this one, these are 4 local people. I don't know if you recognize them at all, but what we have is Jackie Furtner from Bear Birch,
yeah,
and we have Richard Gills.
yes.
We have Susan Cucaro from Troy, and this is Jason Hemstock from Best Western. And
Excellent.
they were each interviewed, and they had them focused. They were presented on the front as well as a little insert about them further on in the magazine. There's some health. There was a health article written. Of course, at that time, it was all about COVID and oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Bill Walker put an article in there. And this year, or this series that we're doing has a theme to it. And I'm pretty excited about it. And I can't wait for you to see it because it's all about Owen Sound and their 100th anniversary and different ideas about mayors. And this one is exciting. But we also will feature some businesses as well. But we
Excellent.
wanted to add a little fluff to this one because of the hard times that have been happening. We wanted to make this more fun. Yeah, exactly. We wanted to make this one, fun, and a lot less business-like. We're still featuring businesses.
Yeah, in a way, you're promoting businesses and providing education, but it's a way for the chamber to demonstrate and promote themselves as well. I mean, it's a win-win all the way around.
Yes.
So,
and this is also free, by the way. It's being sent out free to everyone.
So will you be sending it to media out?
You should have got one. You should have got one for the first edition, but we've been having issues with people telling us they didn't get it. And I'm not sure if it was maybe because the post office had cut down hours or we're not sure what happened. So we're looking at the distribution as well and revamping it to make sure it goes out to a lot more people. Yes.
It's an amazing and would be a very interesting topic to use the media to promote the business re-energization here in Owen Sound and beyond. Hint, hint. So
I hear you. I will be in touch.
And Tiffany, that would probably fall within you for the promo and that, but I just can't help but think what a wonderful way to draw a community together. And we do that in so many different ways, but we are here to help. And I think you probably already know this, but it's been quite educational for me to understand the impact of the businesses in a community spirit and community connectedness.
Yeah.
So what's happening next? Take me through what's next for you in the next, you've got your magazine, which is great in the time of a pandemic. You're launching something, and that's a good thing. How do you proceed? What will reopen? How will you guide us through this?
And I'll let Tiffany, first of all, talk about possible things that are happening in the future. And I can add to that because we've been discussing with a lot of different avenues on people that want to have a webinar or if they want to have a workshop. And those are a lot of fires or, irons in the fire right now. And one of the things we would like to do, if we can, is instead of a Business Excellence Awards, we want to do some sort of a video honoring businesses in the area that and just put that out there. And just specifically the ones that have been involved with COVID and how they've supported and done certain things for the community. We want to do that. So we have someone looking at that to get that ready for us. Tiffany, as far as workshops?
Yeah, so we're thinking right now in the stages of launching some webinars about reopening. interviewing businesses that opened in the first stage and having them talk to fellow businesses that are now going to start to open within the second and third phases and what they did. Because there's a lot of restrictions that public health has put into place when you do start to reopen your business. So following along those lines of information sharing and educating businesses with a series of webinars hosted by local businesses that have already experienced. We also use the Canadian Chamber of Commerce and the Ontario Chamber of Commerce with their webinar series that they have very useful information that we get daily, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. And we always share whichever important webinars on our social media that we think were very helpful for businesses.
That's right. That basically pertain to our community and the businesses. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So do you see, just like a lot of businesses, they're now talking about doing business in a hybrid model where it's a mixture, where they used to do face-to-face, now they're combining with technology. Do you see the chamber doing more of a hybrid model in the future of how you deliver your services?
A lot of our interaction is social, you see.
Yes.
A lot of it is networking, a lot of it is events and large parties or Christmas parties and so on. Some of the hybrid we might do, specifically with Tiffany, and I'm still mulling this over, is that there is some work that she can do at home.
Yeah.
She can absolutely do that. That saves her from coming in, and that's what she's been doing. Tiffany has been working at home since March 19th. Now, I'm sure with her sanity and the 2 little 7 and 5-year-old boys she has, which is amazing me how quiet they are right now.
I love that.
But we FaceTime. I have my iPad and I keep it on all day.
Yeah.
And we talk back and forth FaceTiming. That's the communication. We'll get off if we have other things we need to do, but we're constantly doing that. But there are some things that she has to come here to do physically.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. But yes, we are changing. And I realize that the norm we had is not the norm we're going to have.
Yeah.
So we have about a minute. We have about a minute left in the program, and I'm wondering. I know it goes fast.
Yeah.
What can you share in 30 seconds or less? Because the producer will give me the cutoff sign soon.
I just want to share that we're concerned about our members and we're here for them. And I want them to be sure that we aren't who we are without them. Excellent. And I want to let them know that we appreciate who they are and we'll do everything in our power to support them.
Excellent.
That's what I would like to do. And I wanted to say thank you so much for asking us to be a part of this.
It was my pleasure, and I want to thank both of you. This was really informative for me, and certainly I've learned a lot about the Chamber of Commerce. I wish you all the best, and thank you to our viewing audience as well for joining us today. Please take care, stay safe, and care for each other.
And shop local.
Shop local.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Merton. I'm the host of HealthLink. HealthLink connects home, community, and healthcare. Please join me for HealthLink on Rogers TV.